Hello and welcome again to another edition of Sports Updates Ghana. And coming up, the Black Stars defeat Soccer Intellectuals by 8 goals to 0 in a friendly match. We'll also be telling you about Fred Papo, who is the former GFA Vice President, and he has been in the news talking about why some foreign players decide not to switch nationalities and play for Ghana. And we'll also talk about Edmond Addo, the Sheriff Tiraspol man, who was handed an invitation to join the Black Stars in Canberra. Unfortunately, his club turned the invitation down. And we'll also be talking about Inaki Williams, who traces his roots to Ghana. All this and more coming up in this edition of Sports Update Ghana. So as usual, if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. Let's begin with the Black Stars now. And Kamaldeen Sulemana scored twice as the Black Stars defeated Soccer Intellectuals by 8 goals to 0. Fatal Isaac was also on the score sheet as he scored a brace in the game against the Division 2 side. Kudus Mohamed, Yao Yeboah, Benjamin Tete, and Joel Famille all scored in the game to make it 8-0 against Soccer Intellectuals. Jordan Ayew grabbed 2 assists in the game as Joseph Edu and Daniel Amati manned the defense for the Black Stars for the first time in so many games. Jojo Wolacott, the debutant, was also handed a debut friendly against the Soccer Intellectuals, and he kept a clean sheet for the Black Stars. In attack, Milovan Rajevac decided to change a few things as he went with Joel Famille, Kamaldeen Sulemana, and Jordan Ayew. This means that the Black Stars might be playing a 4-3-3, which will see Jordan Ayew operate on the right flanks, Kamaldeen Sulemana operate on the left flanks, and Joel Famille leading the attack for the Black Stars. So that's about it about the Black Stars on their friendly match against Soccer Intellectuals that was played at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium on Wednesday. Let's now do some more and talk about an Athletic Bilbao forward. Inaki Williams has disclosed the reasons underpinning his decision to play for the Spanish national team instead of Ghana. Williams says whilst there is some love for Ghana, he identifies more as a Spanish player, having been born in the European country. Born and having spent all his life in the European country, Inaki Williams thinks opting to play for Ghana over Spain would be a betrayal of his culture and his upbringing. Inaki confirms to speaking good Twi and enjoying Ghanaian dishes, but those are not enough to make him more Ghanaian than Spanish. He said, and I quote, "I am grateful to where I grew and became who I am. Ghana tried to convince me, but I was born in Spain, in Bilbao. I won't ever forget my family roots. I feel more Spanish and can't con anyone. I'll be comfortable with Ghana, I am sure, but I shouldn't be there. My mom knows how people love football there. It's quite something, and she would be worried about me. When my mom's hungry, she swears at us in Ghanaian, but we speak Spanish. When my parents came, it was English, but we lost that. Could have a conversation in English, but it's not fluent now. When my grandparents call, I speak to them in Twi. I admire and love Ghana, the culture, food, and tradition. My parents are from Accra, and I really enjoy going there. I wasn't born or raised there. My culture is here, and there are players for whom it would mean more to them. I don't think it would be right to take the place of someone who really deserves to go or who feels more Ghanaian 100%. That is Inaki Williams speaking over the. Williams is still eligible to play for Ghana, having capped once for the Spanish national team, and per the new FIFA regulations, if the player has not capped over 3 games, the player can switch nationalities and play for another country. Let's do some more now. And former GFA Vice President Fred Papo believes that some players of international descent have all refused to play for the Black Stars in recent times due to some comments Ghanaians make on social media. According to Fred Papo, in the past years, players like Otto Addo, Alex Tichi, Quincy Suabeye, and the rest decided to play for the Black Stars due to the prominence that the Black Stars had and due to the tag that the Black Stars had. But in recent times, those have changed because people go on social media and they advise the players not to play for the Black Stars. The Black Stars have been struggling to convince the likes of Callum Hudson-Odoi, Lamptey, who plays for Brighton and Ho Albion, and the likes of Jeremy Doku, who Ghana lost to Belgium, and a whole number of players. But according to Fred Papo, a lot has to be blamed on social media. In an interview with Joy Sports, he said,
advise the players not to come and play for Ghana. All these things are bound to have effects on them. I'm sure, don't look surprised. I'm sure you've seen a lot of those comments on social media all over the place. We read all those things, we see all those things. And I'm sure the boys also read all those things, you know. So definitely, if the team is not doing well over a period of time, in the 2006 era, 2010, most of the boys who category were more than willing to come and play for the Black Stars. We had Hansedu Sape, Francis Diko, Otuado, George Techimensin, and the rest. There was this very swift winger who eventually, we had a very solid tug of war with Germany. Eventually went to play for the Germans. Odonko. I remember they were at one friendly match. He was even in our camp in Germany to visit the team and the rest, you know. So the team was attractive because they were playing well. Naturally, if after a spell of time where the team has been things have been a bit turbulent, it doesn't make the team attractive. But sometimes to some of the commentaries we hear, or some of the commentaries that these boys are exposed to, will naturally not make the team an attractive place to come in. But there are still some who are ready and positive and are willing to come. Let's say kudos to players like Alex Jiku, players like Chere from Darmstadt and the rest, Manaf and a few other players who are, and quite a number who are still, the FA is still working hard to get them to come on board. But at the end of the day, we must all remember that the team is our team. If it's attractive like you did indicate in 2000, the years, the golden years, we're all happy, you know. So whatever we can do in our small way to make the team a very attractive place, I believe we all have the responsibility to do that.
So that's about Fred Papo speaking about the reason why some players decide not to play for Ghana in recent times, and I think it's high time that the GFA steps up and try and convince the players to come and play for Ghana. But let's do some more. And Sheriff Tarispor, Ghanaian midfielder, that's Edmond Addo, will not be able to honor his maiden call-up for the Black Stars this month. The midfielder was handed a late call-up to the Black Stars for the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers doubleheader against Zimbabwe this month. The Ghana Football Association on Tuesday, September 28, sent Edmond Addo an invitation to replace Fiorentina midfielder Joseph Alfred Duncan, who could not make the trip due to unknown reasons or personal reasons. However, the Moldovan club has declined to release the player, but FC Tarispor or FC Sheriff deemed the invitation too late as it did not meet the required minimum of 10-day prior notice as prescribed by FIFA and subsequently turned it down. The GFA's invitation was only 8 working days to the first Black Stars game against the Warriors, scheduled to take place at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium on Saturday, October 9th. Having only joined Sheriff this past summer, Addo has been an instrumental force for the Moldovan side as he helped them beat Real Madrid in the Champions League game last weekend. So Edmond Addo's club refused to release him for the Black Stars game, but there is hope for him as he could make the next trip as when Ghana comes up against the likes of Ethiopia and South Africa in subsequent games in the World Cup qualifiers. But before we go, Zimbabwean head coach Norman Mapeza says it will be difficult to play away on the African continent. The Warriors of Zimbabwe come up against Ghana in the World Cup qualifiers at the Cape Coast Sports Stadium on Saturday before a reverse fixture in Zimbabwe, Harare on October 12. That's Tuesday. And ahead of the match anticipated game, Norman Mapeza has disclosed that playing away matches in Africa is something difficult. That's Zimbabwean head coach speaking over there. I think he's making excuses for their defeat coming up on Saturday, but all the same, that will be it for today's edition of Sports Updates Ghana. My name has been Joseph Adamafiu. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, because I'll be making the trip to Cape Coast to bring you updates on the game between Ghana versus Zimbabwe. That'll be all for today. Peace out.